All right, in our second problem here, we've got a little bit of a different situation. So in our first problem, we had everything on one side of the equation was an absolute value. This time, we only have a small portion of it. So when only a portion of it is in the absolute value, such as either absolute value of x, or even on the back side, we have a few other examples. 6 plus x, x minus 3, 9x minus 11. Anytime we have just part of the equation in the absolute value, our first objective is we want to isolate that absolute value. So we want to get the absolute value of x by itself. Now, in order to get the absolute value of x by itself, we need to get rid of a couple things. We need to get rid of this 4, and we need to get rid of that 3. So just like when we're solving an equation, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get rid of our constant, which is 3. We're going to get rid of 3 by subtracting 3, which is the opposite of 3. So 3 minus 3 is going to cancel out. On the right side of our equation, we have negative 9 minus 3. Negative 9 minus 3 is negative 12. So we have negative 4 times the absolute value of x is equal to negative 12. Now, we're not done getting the absolute value by itself yet. We still have to get rid of that negative 4, which we're going to do by dividing by negative 4, which is, of course, the opposite of multiplying by negative 4. Negative 4 divided by negative 4 is going to cancel out. Then we're left with just the absolute value of x on the left side. On the right side, we have negative 12 divided by negative 4. Negative 12 divided by negative 4 is, of course, then positive 3. Now, I remember when we're solving equations, our objective is to get the variable by itself. So we want to have x equals something. But I can see here we do not have x equals something. We have the absolute value of x equals something. So just like in our first problem, what we're going to have to do is we want to split it into two equations. Because I know that the absolute value of 3 is equal to 3. I also know that the absolute value of negative 3 is equal to 3. So that means that whatever is inside here could be equal to negative 3, or it could be equal to positive 3. So let's go ahead and figure out which one it is. So we've got our absolute value of x. Since we're splitting it up into two equations, we don't have the absolute value anymore. Now we just have x is equal to 3. That's our first one right here. And then our second one, we have x is equal to negative 3. It could be this right here. We don't know which one it is. So now I can see that my x is isolated. They're by themselves. We have x is equal to 3. X is equal to negative 3. Because x can't be equal to both of those, we're going to say that x is equal to 3 or x is equal to negative 3.